Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Pure Crochets and today we are creating this beautiful beach dress in shell stitches. That is the front and this is how the back looks. It has kind of a deep back and it's very sexy for the beach. It's a simple tutorial and this is how the dress looks in general. Kindly subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, share with your friend, and also write your thoughts at the comment section. So this is how the dress looks. It's a simple, unique dress, and let's get started with the tutorial. Alright, we are using milk cotton yarn to crochet. I used 7 balls of yarn. You'll need 2 types of hooks. Alright, for the body of the dress we're gonna use a 4.5 hook to crochet the shell stitches, and for the bra cups we are using a 3.5 hooks. You'll also need a tape measure and a pair of scissors and a darning needle. So we are using a 3.5 hook and we are starting to work from the bra cups going down, and now we are creating the bra cups. This is one of the bra cups that we're gonna create, and if you want full coverage, just make more rows. So my bust measurement is 34 inches, and first you'll need to take your under bust to nipple measurements, and you're gonna chain from your under bust to nipple measurements. For me, I'm chaining 18 chains, and that's what I'm doing right now. So that's how you create your perfect bra cups. Chain from your under bust to nipple as your foundation chain. I'm done with my 18 chains, and now I'm gonna go through my chains with double crochets. To make double crochets, kindly skip the first 2 stitches from the hook, and then you go in with a double crochet like this. Yarn over, go in the next stitch like this with a double crochet, and I will meet you at the end of this row. And remember, we are making double crochets. Guys, I'm done with my row of double crochets at the end here. This is how your work should look. At the end, kindly chain 2, turn your work, yarn over. Always keep this first stitch, the first stitch that holds chain 2 when you're doing double crochets. Always keep it. Skip this stitch, go in the next stitch. And also in this row we are working a row of double crochets, and I'll meet you at the top. At the top we're gonna do increases, so be mindful of that. When we get to the top, we will do our first increase. Are at the top of our work, and I'm just doing my double crochet first like this, and there's always a stitch up here. It's quite hidden, but please make sure you go in there like this with a double crochet. It's on top here. It's really quite hidden. So yarn over and go in the stitch like this with a double crochet, and do another double crochet in the same stitch, a second double crochet like this, then you chain 1, yarn over, go in with a third double crochet in the same stitch, a third double crochet, and then yarn over and go in the same stitch with a 4th double crochet. Let's repeat that 4th double crochet. So at the top, go with 4 double crochets. That means 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets. Then yarn over and come to this other side of your work and go in with normal double crochet in every stitch, and I will meet you at the bottom of this row. Guys, I'm done, and this is how my work is. At the bottom here, chain 2, always chain 2, yarn over, skip the first stitch that holds chain 2, go to the next stitch and do double crochets, and you're just working the normal double crochets across all the stitches that you have. And I will meet you at the top where we are doing increases. Remember, at the top, from now on we are doing increases at the top until your work perfectly fits your bust area. So I will meet you at the top of your work when we are doing increases again. Guys, now we are at the top of our work again, almost at the top. So the last stitch here we complete with a double crochet, yarn over, and once you are at the top of your work where we are doing increases, kindly go in with increases, so which is this part. So we went in with the first double crochet, then go in with the second double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, go in the same space with a third double crochet and a fourth double crochet, like that. All right, then come to this other side and complete your row with normal double crochets until you get to the bottom of your work. So guys, this is how you're gonna work. We'll be increasing at the tip in every row until your work perfectly fits you in your bust area. So we'll do one brack up, then the other brack up. So this is the pattern. We are using double crochets, and at the top, remember, we are increasing by making 2 double crochets, a chain 1 and 2 double crochets until your work perfectly fits your bust. All right, so I will meet you once you're done with the brack up. And this is one of my brack ups. For my size, I went all the way to 6 inches, and I wanted kind of a full coverage, so that's why. Or you can still do more rows if you feel you're not comfortable with the outfit, but typically that's the pattern. And I'll meet you once you have 2 identical bra cups. Okay, so guys, I have my 2 identical bra cups. Both of them are 6 inches wide. All right, let's just double check that. Kindly always measure your work to make sure everything is of the same measurements. You can see if it's stretched, it stretches to 6 inches, the same to this one. With a little stretch, it goes to 6 inches. So now please do not cut off your yarn once you finish your last row on this brack up, because we're going to chain 100. These chains are the chains that you can see in my dress at the back there, so it's gonna help you with adjusting your dress. Kindly chain 100 chains on this side, and also we'll reattach our yarn and chain 100 on the other bra cup. Remember, we're only chaining on one side like this, so let's do it. So this is how we are doing it. We're done with the 100 chains, so take your pair of scissors, and please note I'm still using my 3.5 hook. Take a pair of scissors, cut off your yarn like this, and make sure your work is well fastened. Just pull this knot. So as you can see, we just went with the 100 with this on this one side. Take your other brack up and then chain 100 also on this other side. This is how we are going to reattach our yarn, and then you're gonna chain 100 also on this side. So reattach your yarn like this by making a slip knot like this, and then reattach your work at the last stitch here. Make sure you've gone inside the last stitch, and then this is how you reattach your work by making a single crochet, and then just go ahead and chain 100 chains. I will meet you once you're done with your 100 chains. Okay guys, I'm done with my 100 chains, so I'm also going to cut off my yarn on this side like this. Fasten your work and make sure everything is tight. So this is how your work should look. We have 100 chains on each brack up on one side like this, then the middle side should look like this. All right, So now we want to reattach our yarn, and as you can see the back of my dress, it has some back coverage. So this is how I got the back coverage. I'm still using the 3.5 mm hook, and I'm gonna reattach my work. First, make a slip stitch like this. All right, take your work. On this 100 chains, you can count 15 or 20 chains depending on how big of a coverage you want on your back. Okay, so for me, I just left 15 chains. On my 16th chain, I went in with a slip stitch like this. Okay, and then I went in with a row of single crochets all the way to this side of your brack up, to this side. Okay, so reattach your yarn and then just start doing a row of single crochets on this side of your brack up. Okay guys, so I'm at the brack up area. Go in like this with a row of single crochets also underneath your brack up in each stitch. Please make sure you've gone in each stitch with the single crochets all the way, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, guys, I'm done with my single crochet, and this is how your work should look like. At the end here, kindly chain 3 and then take your other brack up at the corner where there are 100 chains at this corner here, and we're gonna join here using a slip stitch like this. Please make sure it's at the corner on the first stitch. Oops, sorry. My work has gone somewhere else. Okay, here we go. So reattach like this, and it's only with a slip stitch. And make sure all my yarn is well put. Right, there you go. So go in this first stitch here like this and join using a slip stitch like this, and then now you will continue with a row of single crochets in every stitch. So I just chained 1 to start again my row of single crochet in each stitch on this other brack up, and remember we will go with the single crochets until the 15th stitch on the chains, on these other chains. Now just watch this, you'll understand what I'm saying, but for now just know we are going with a row of single crochets underneath the brack up all the way to the 100 chains, but on the 15th up to the 15th chain. Okay guys, now this is how the work looks like. As I said, we chain 15 on the 100 chains, 15 on this side and also 15 on the other side, like this. And now we are going to switch our hook to a 4.5 mm. So put your hook here and chain 3. All right, now we want to start working on the shell stitches. Chain 3. I had already chained 1, so as you can see here I chained 2, but this is a chain 3. You can see it's 3 chains on this hook. All right, chain 3, yarn over, and this chain 3 acts as a stitch. All right, chain 3 acts as a stitch. Please do not make a double crochet in the same chain, like in the next chain, but go on that same chain 3 space like this and make a double crochet like that. Okay, all right, so those are 2 chains. Chain 2 more, yarn over, and go in the same space with 2 more double crochets. All right, so it's chain 3, then in the same space 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and also 2 more double crochets. All right, I'm hoping that's clear. So after that, chain 3, 1 2 3. So 1, we're chaining 3 after the shell. Chain 3, yarn over, skip 1 1 2 3. On the 4th stitch we are going in with another shell stitch, which is a double crochet like this. Yarn over, go in the same space with a second double crochet like this. Chain 2, 1 2, yarn over, in the same space go in with a third double crochet like this. Yarn over, go in the same space with the 4th double crochet. So I'm hoping now this is clear and understandable. Okay, this is how your work should look. To make the next shell, kindly chain 3 again, 1 2 3, yarn over, skip 2 stitch, skip 1 2 3. On the 4th make a double crochet. Remember, we are chaining 3, skipping 3, then make a double crochet, yarn over, make a second double crochet in the same space, chain 2, 1 2, yarn over, in the same space make a third double crochet and a 4th double crochet. And this is our pattern on this row. I will meet you at the end of this row. Guys, this is how my work looks like, and please remember we're also going up to the 15 chains that is on these sides of our work. All right, I am done, and this is how my first row looks like. To make row 2, kindly chain 3. Please note, chain 3 always acts as a stitch. And now our work is going to be easier. You see this chain 2 space that you are leaving here? This is where now we are going to work. So enter in the chain 2 space and make a double crochet. So that makes 2 double crochet because chain 3 acts as a stitch. Okay, so after the second double crochets, kindly chain 2, then go in with another 2 double crochets like that. Okay, all right, so in the next stitch we are always chaining 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, go in the next space, that is chain 2 space, make a double crochet, yarn over, make another double crochet like this. All right, chain 1 2, yarn over, go in the same space with another 2 double crochets. So in short, we are making shell stitches on top of shell stitches. And please note, you always chain 3, then go in the chain 2 space with a double crochet, then another double crochet, then you chain 2, go in the same space with 2 more double crochet. And this is the pattern. I will meet you at the end of your work and show you again how to do the pattern again. Guys, I'm at the end of my work, and as I said, you chain 3 to begin a new row. Chain 3 always acts as a stitch, so that means in this first space here we'll do 1 double crochet, then we chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet to make a shell. All right, so go in like this with the first double crochet, then you'll chain 2 and make 2 more double crochets plus a chain 2 in the middle to complete that stitch. Okay, and guys, please remember to always chain 3 to go to the next chain 2 space to make a shell stitches. So literally we're just making shell stitches on top of shell stitches, and I will meet you once you have the perfect if you really want your back a little bit bare like mine, I went ahead and did, I think, 5 rows of shell stitches, then I attached the hips measurement. But if you don't want your back to be so bare, after the first row you'll just go ahead and attach your work. I will show you how to attach that later when we finish our shell stitches. All right, so I want my little bit, there's a little bit V detail on my dress, you can see that on my pictures, so that is the little V detail that we are making now. All right, so as you can see, this is how many rows I made, and now I feel like joining my work because I don't want the backs to be so bare. All right, so let's join, and to join we're gonna take measurements and see how long our shell stitches are, then compared to our hips measurements. My hips measurement, I'm going for size 44, and this is how you measure your shell stitches, like this. And then what you have, you'll just add few chains to this to hit your hips measurements. I'm hoping you guys understand this. So you can see my work goes all the way to 20. Let's see, it goes all the way to 29. Let's just say 30, and my hips measurement is 44. So to hit my hips measurements, I'm gonna do chains on this on this side, only on one side. We're going in with chains. Once it gets to 44 inches, we will join our work together. Let me show you how to do it. So remember, this is my last shell stitch here. So instead of chaining 3 and making another shell stitch, you go in with chains like this, and these chains should hit your hips measurements. That means the measurement of the shell stitches plus this chains is equals to your hips measurements. All right, so now I'm chaining all the way to my hips measurements, and then we will double check if it perfectly fits our hips measurements, join our work, and then continue with the shell stitches. Okay guys, so I'm done with my stitches. I just want to measure and see how long it is. As you can see, I'm measuring from here because from at the end here of the shell stitches it was 30, so 30 plus few more chains to get to 44. So this is how much I chained, and remember my work stretches, so I decided to reduce some few chains so that it's 44. All right, so I'm hoping you understand this. Let's measure again to double check our work. So remember from here was 30, and if we stretch our work, it stretches all the way to 44 plus it goes all the way to 45. So that is perfect measurements. Please make sure your work is not so tight. As you can see, my work was quite baggy. Take your chains and join to this other side here where we have the last shell stitch like this. Okay, and that's how simply we get the hips measurements hit. Okay, so join your work at the lower shell stitch like this using a single crochet. Okay, then go ahead and double check your work if it's straight before doing anything else, and then you can remeasure and make sure your work is perfect measurements. Okay, so you can see my work gives me so much room for stretching, which is perfect because this is a beach outfit. You don't need it to be so tight on your body. My hips measurement goes all the way to 42, but this one I made it to 44. Plus, it has increased itself a little bit, so it goes to 46, making it a perfect beach outfit. Okay, now guys, now we are going to make the shell stitches all around our work. I don't want to join my work in the middle here because shell stitches need to be all the same. So here where we've just joined our work, this is where we are starting to do our shell stitches. We're gonna do shell stitches in the front and also in the back like this, all round and round and round. From now on, it's a very simple pattern. I'm assuming all of you are following through without any difficulties. So we will chain 3 here. Remember, chain 3 always acts as a stitch. Yarn over, go in this chain 2 space here, make a double crochet. Okay, that is our first shell stitch. Half shell stitch, chain 2, go in the same space with 2 more double crochets to make it a full shell stitch like this. Remember, we have been working like this all through, so that makes our first shell stitch. Chain 3, and we're going to make shell stitches all around, and I will meet you at this end here. We're just making shell stitches on top of shell stitches. So go in with the shell stitch like that on each shell stitch, then I'll meet you at the other side. Okay guys, so I am here at the back area where we had our chains, and now we have to insert shell stitches also. Okay, so we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over. We're going to skip 3 stitches like the way we did when we were starting our shells. So skip 3. On the 4th chain, we're gonna go there and do a shell stitch, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets. So in the same space, going with another double crochet, chain 2, go in the same space with 2 more double crochets to complete your shell stitches like that. So again, chain 3, that is our first shell stitch at the back there. Chain 3, yarn over, skip 3 stitches on the 4th, make a shell stitch, and we'll repeat that until you get to the other side. The other side, I mean where we began the first row of the shell stitch at the back area here. So guys, we're at the end here, and remember, this is where we started our shell stitches, so kindly watch how we finish up our work. Remember, we have chained 3, we are here in our first shell stitch. Go on top of the chain 3 stitch on the top like this with a slip stitch like this. That is after you've chained 3. Go in the first double crochet also with a slip stitch like this. That is our first double crochet like that. All right, now we begin our pattern again. Chain 3. Please always note, chain 3 acts as a stitch. yarn over, and remember now we are on the chain 2 space. Go in with the first double crochet, chain 2, then do 2 more double crochets. Simple, right? That is our first shell stitch completed. Remember, we are not turning our work, okay? So that is our first shell stitch. That is how we'll be finishing our work, by going on top of chain 3 and the double crochet with a slip knot. Let me repeat that again. So we've chain 3, go in with the double crochet, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets, and then we'll now go all round with shell stitches on top of shell stitches, the same way we have been working. I will meet you at the end of your row again to show you how to complete your row, and then we'll meet again, okay? So guys, as you can see, at the end of my work again, I had forgotten to show you guys, so I have to unravel and show you guys again. Alright, so I'm just finishing up this shell stitch. Please always chain 3 to complete your shell stitch at the end here. So you're chaining 1, 2, 3. Carry all your 3 chains onto the top of chain 3 here with, and join with a slip stitch like this. Go on the first double crochet, go on the first double crochet with also a slip stitch, then chain 3, go in the chain 2 space with 1 double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, go in the space with another double crochet and also another double crochet to complete the shell stitches. I'm hoping this is really clear, okay? And this is our pattern, and from here henceforth we are going to repeat this until where you want your work to reach. If you want your work to reach your thighs, well and good. You want it to reach your feet, well and good. For me, I did a mid-length. That means my work reaches my knee area, and I love it like that because in Zanzibar it's quite hot. I didn't want to go for a long dress. That's why I made a mid-length, and it's cute, giving, right? It's giving. So as from now on, we're just going with shell stitches on top of shell stitches. Please note how we begin our row and how we end our row. It's very important. So I will meet you guys once you have your desired length, okay? This is my desired length. As I said, I went all the way to my knee area, and this is how your work should look. I want to show you where we have been joining our work. It should be invisible. By invisible, I mean you should not see any difference. I will show you later, but now first let's join these straps. Usually I don't show how I join straps, but most people have been complaining about that. I thought it was the simplest, but let me just show you. So take your hook, put at the top of your bra cup like this, and then you're just gonna go in with 100 chains. Very simple, right? So reattach your work like this, then just do 100 chains at the top there, and also the other top of your work. And that's how we do these straps, the simplest of them all. So this is how we do it. After that, I will show you how the back of the dress looks. It should be seamless, as I said earlier, but for now let's first put these straps. So guys, by now you should please give me a like, write a comment at the comment section, and also consider subscribing. And this is the back area. I went ahead and added more chains to the back area because I wanted it to, it was 100 chains was quite short, so just go in and reattach the chains at the back here and make sure they are 200, the same way we reattach the bra cups on top there. All right, I'm hoping it is clear. Now I want to show you how you finish up your work. So this is how you literally finish up your work, by going with a slip stitch on top of chain 3 and also on top of the first double crochet like this. All right, then you chain 1, cut off your yarn, you're done. Mashallah. Yep, so we will sew in all that yarn and all the other yarns that is hanging around. Okay, I'm hoping it's clear, and I want to show you where we were joining our work, how invisible it should be. So this is where we have been joining our work. You can see you can't differentiate it with the other shell stitches. This is how your work should look. All right, and I'm hoping you know how to make your straps longer at the back here. Just go in the last single crochet and from there continue with single crochets. All right, and my work is so soft, I highly recommend this milk cotton yarn. I'm hoping you enjoyed this tutorial. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and in case of any questions you can write at the comment section or send me an Instagram DM. Okay, as for now, all this loose yarn, we were gonna cut it off, and this is how we put in the straps at the back. So as I said earlier, I made my straps more longer by adding more chains. Go to the last single crochet and just continue from there, adding more single crochets. So just go in the spaces at the back here, in and out, in and out, and also on these spaces at the back here, and then that's it. All right, so in case of any questions, kindly reach out to me. Guys, thank you for watching, and this is how the dress turned out. As you can see, the back is quite pretty. That's what I was going for. I will see you in my next project. I love you all. Happy crocheting, and I'm happy you enjoyed this easy, beautiful tutorial. Goodbye.